Swear that the testimony that you are about to give shall be...
The Attorney General insisted today that he's following his own path despite repeated calls from President Trump to investigate Hillary Clinton.
Should the President of the United States make public comments that might influence a pending criminal investigation?
A president cannot improperly influence an investigation.
Okay.
And I have not been improperly influenced and would not be improperly influenced.
Last night, the Justice Department sent a letter to Congress saying some of those Clinton issues are being investigated and could lead to another special counsel. But today, the Attorney General seemed to lower expectations.
I would say looks like is not enough basis to appoint a special counsel.
Sessions said today he now does remember meeting with George Papadopoulos, the Trump campaign aide, who said at this March 2016 meeting that he wanted to go to Russia. That's a revision of Sessions' earlier testimony that he knew of no contacts between Trump surrogates and the Russians. He says news reports about that meeting refreshed his memory, and he responded angrily to suggestions that he keeps changing his story.
I don't think it's right to accuse me of doing something wrong. I had no participation in any wrongdoing with regard to influence in this campaign improperly.
Besides, he said the campaign was largely a blur.
It was a form of chaos every day from day one.
The Attorney General seemed to be speaking to two audiences, showing the White House he's aware of what the president wants, but telling Congress there's a higher bar to appointing another special counsel.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.